Welcome to this edition of On the Scene. I'm your host, Tim Kelly. On today's program, we're going to be talking about two events that benefit the American Cancer Society and cancer research. First of which is the Suffolk Rockin Relay for Life, which is coming up at Bennetts Creek Park. And the second will be the Suffolk Golf Tournament, which benefits the Relay for Life as well. So we have those two events, highlight them, tell you how to get registered, how to sign up, and all the fun that's in store. Stay tuned. Welcome back to On the Scene, joined now by Jenny Lee Melton, who is the event chair with the Suffolk Rockin Relay for Life, and Angela Francis, who is the community manager with the American Cancer Society. Thank you, ladies, both for being with us today.
Thanks for having us.
Well, let's talk, and the reason we're here is talk about the Suffolk Rockin Relay for Life. And Jenny Lee, I'm going to let you lead off with that. Tell us a little bit about what this event is all about.
The Suffolk Rockin Relay for Life is an event sponsored by the American Cancer Society to help people get well, stay well, and live longer. It is something our community does to fight back against cancer.
And of course, it's being held this year again at Bennetts Creek Park.
It is.
In the northern area of Suffolk, and it starts at 6 o'clock on May the 18th, but it goes from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., correct?
Yes, because cancer never sleeps.
And again, a lot of not sleeping going on with this event because there's activities going all night long, aren't there?
There are activities going all night long, but we want everyone to come. You don't have to stay all night,
okay,
and you don't have to stay awake all night
right,
if you stay all night.
Okay.
But we relay for 12 hours overnight.
Now, I was going to say, now the event kicks off at 6 o'clock with an opening ceremony, correct?
Kicks off at 6 o'clock with an opening ceremony,
okay,
followed by a survivor lap. Mm-hmm. All survivors are invited to participate and
okay,
to come. They can register online or by calling the ACS office.
okay,
And that's followed by a caregiver lap. And then we have a survivor dinner.
mm-hmm,
As soon as the survivor and the caregiver lap are over, that all survivors are welcome to attend.
okay. Now, for the folks that come out there, again, if you're a cancer survivor, certainly, and you encourage them to come out for the lap or the walk to kick it off right there, what other activities are going on throughout this 12-hour period?
We have children's games. Mm-hmm. We have a Zumba exhibition, and people can participate.
Right.
The Soul Steppers, who are based here in Suffolk, are coming. We have fun games, fun kind of laps. We have a backwards lap in the middle of the night. We have like a red light, green light lap. Mm-hmm. We have music. We have Island Boy will be there. And at 9 o'clock, we have our Luminaria ceremony, right, which is really the time of night when we pause, kind of stop all the music, and it's a time to reflect about the people that we've lost, right, and to honor the people that are still fighting in their battle.
Right. And of course, the event itself really kind of serves multiple purposes here. Again, it recognizes those who unfortunately have lost the battle against cancer, those who have survived cancer, and also, again, it gets a lot of great information out there about cancer research and what's kind of going on in that field, as well as, again, raises money for cancer research.
It raises a lot of money.
Yes.
Last year, we raised a little over $240,000.
Great.
Our goal this year is $231,000, mm-hmm, and we're doing great.
Good deal. Now, Angela, let's talk a little bit about the money that's raised from events like this. And, of course, there's Relay for Life going on all across the country, certainly, again, in Virginia. But where does that money go?
Well, it goes to a lot of different places. Of course, it goes to research. We have had 44 Nobel Prize winners that we've sponsored. We, work a lot more with the young scientists, right, as compared to the scientists that require a lot of money. And right, we've had a lot of good things come out of that. We also have a lot of different programs and services that are, both locally and nationwide. Mm-hmm. One of my favorite things is called Look Good, Feel Better, and that's a program where we can offer free makeup and classes to women that are going through treatment. Mm-hmm. We're able to give them nice makeup, a kit that's worth about $300, right, of like Estee Lauder and Lancome and your nice makeup, and teach them how to apply makeup, teach them how to put on wigs and how to, put their eyebrows and things, right, like that on. Right. So, a lot of the money raised can go to things like that to help women feel better. Right. Also, we have a program called Road to Recovery, which is a way for patients to get to and from treatment if they don't have someone to take them there. We have volunteers that sign up and can get them to and from treatment that they need. And of course, we can provide gas cards and things like that, and Also, we have different support groups for folks. Reach to Recovery is one where we have women that are breast cancer survivors that can network with other breast cancer survivors and man-to-man, and just all sorts of things like that to help patients get through their treatment. Another thing that's really important is we have a 1-800 number that's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Either a patient or a caregiver or a family member can call at any time if they have any questions about the type of cancer they're going through, and talk to an actual person and ask questions about, what resources we might have available to them.
Right.
And, that's really helpful at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning when a patient has a sudden question and they want someone to talk to, they can call someone then, and we always have the staff there to help them. So the list kind of goes on, but those are a few of the top things.
Great. One of the staggering things when you talk about cancer rates, as far as the fact that how cancer really touches a lot of different people in a lot of different ways, whether it's you personally, whether it's a coworker, a relative, just someone you know casually, those numbers are out there. But if you could, Angela, talk a little bit about the numbers of when it comes to people who live in the city of Suffolk and the preventative measures they're taking or not taking, because again, cancer prevention and some of the steps you can take to catch it early, which I guess is really what we're talking about, correct?
Right. Yeah, the biggest thing now is that we can do so much to prevent cancer, and a lot of people aren't taking the steps that they need to take to make sure that they're getting the screenings that they need.
Right.
And pulling, some of the Suffolk numbers, I found out that only about 52% of people in Virginia, specifically in Suffolk, are getting mammograms. 85% are getting Pap tests. 65% are getting screenings for colorectal cancer, and 53% for prostate. And to think that those tests are out there and so readily available, the main thing is that people are going to the doctor like they need to, and getting the screenings that they need to get done.
And of course, we mentioned one of the things with the Rockin Relay for Life, of course, is the education component. The fact, again, is trying to get the message out there to let people know what they need to do, I guess, before, during, and after, in case they do come in contact or diagnosed, I should say, with cancer in some form. If the two of you could talk about real quick why you individually have become involved with American Cancer Society or Rockin Relay for Life. And Angela, we'll start with you, and then Jeannie Lee will get your story, as well as let's talk a little bit more about the event. But Angela, you.
For me, back when I was in high school in the 9th grade, I met a friend who had been diagnosed with brain cancer in the 8th grade, and I met her when she was going through chemo, and we became, good friends. She didn't really know a lot of people at the time, and I was just kind of curious what was going on with her, having cancer in the 9th grade, and just, became really good friends with her, and we created awareness across school. I actually went to Lakeland High School, and we started a Relay for Life team for her in high school, and after that I never stopped relaying, and she's now a 15-year survivor.
Great.
So, a lot because of her, and more recently my grandfather was diagnosed with leukemia last fall, and unfortunately lost his battle this year. So I'm just tired of hearing the words cancer. Right. I want to make sure that we're getting the word out about what people can do to fight back against it, and I'd like to, not hear the word anymore at some point, hopefully soon in my life.
Good deal. I think we all can agree with that.
Yeah.
Jeannie Lee, what about your personal story?
I relay for my mother mostly. She was a breast cancer survivor. She was diagnosed at age 36 and was in remission for 17 years. Or actually, not even in remission. Her breast cancer was cured. 17 years later, she was diagnosed with lung cancer. And she lived for 4.5 years. Part of those 4.5 years for her were a struggle, but we were all grateful to have her every day.
Right.
And she lived life to the fullest. But she also taught us, or me, that you should give back. You should do something. I never expected to chair the Relay for Life. It was kind of put in front of me, and I always tell people I opened my mouth to say no, and her voice came out and said yes.
Right.
So it is very close to me. My grandfather also died of pancreatic cancer. But it's something that's very close to my heart, and when it's close to your heart, you're much more passionate about it. And it's a lot of fun.
Right.
It's a lot of fun. We meet great people. We hear inspirational stories. We hear some very sad stories. Cancer truly does touch everyone.
Sure.
Anywhere that I go, that I meet somebody and they find out that I chair the Relay for Life in Suffolk, everyone has a story.
Correct. Correct.
So.
Now, I know Angela talked about you were part of a team back in the day, so to speak.
Right.
Now, talk about the team aspect of the Relay for Life. How do people kind of come together to unify, to have their little group? How does that work?
You can form a team any way you want.
Okay.
The city of Suffolk has a team,
That's right.
which we are so grateful for all that they do for us.
Right.
And they have a great team. They raise a lot of money.
Right.
We have church teams. We have teams of people who are families who have lost someone to cancer or somebody who's still fighting their battle.
Correct.
You name it, you can form a team anyway. You can go online to form a team.
Okay.
You can also still join a team.
Okay.
It's never too late. We
Right.
take registrations and accept participants up until the day of.
Great.
And you don't have to be a registered participant to
Okay.
attend the relay.
Okay.
But you can join a team online, form a team, raise money. Come out and join us. It is so much fun.
And you mentioned the luminaries earlier, the ceremony itself, but talk about the fact of how people can participate in that aspect of
You
the event.
can, if you know someone who is on a team, you can buy a luminaria
Okay.
through them.
Right.
You can also go to SuffolkRockinRelay.org and purchase a luminaria
Okay.
or a tiki torch. We've added those to our luminaria
Nice.
ceremony
Very
last year. You can do both of those things online. All of our contact information is online, so anybody who is interested and you can't find another resource to do
Right.
it, call us. We're happy to help you.
Okay. Well, of course, as you mentioned, the City of Suffolk, we are proud to be sponsoring the event as well and participating and really showing people how, again, it impacts a lot of my coworkers as well. I know my mother is a breast cancer survivor as well. So, I mean, obviously, again, how that reaches out there and really gets out there and affects so many different people. But let's talk again about the date of the event, the location, and just real quickly again, how people can participate. Again, if you come out there, you're there for the opening ceremony, or if you want to sit there and walk or help raise money. Again, let's just talk about that. Again, May 18th and 19th, correct?
May 18th and 19th.
Right.
Opening ceremonies are at 6 o'clock,
Okay.
followed by the survivor lap and the caregiver lap and the survivor's dinner. 9 o'clock is our luminaria ceremony.
Right.
In between those times, we have lots of activities, stuff for the kids, food. We have vendors,
Right.
so come hungry.
Okay.
And anyone that sells anything at Relay, 100% of the proceeds go to Relay.
Got it.
So you are there. If you're there and you buy a hamburger or a hot dog or Subway or Chick-fil-A,
Right.
you are supporting Relay.
Great.
You can go online to join a team or form a team. You can call the office at 493-7940.
Okay.
And everyone is invited. It's a great event, and it truly will touch your heart.
And we're going to end it on this note right here. I'm going to give you both the opportunity to encourage someone who's thinking about, maybe I want to go out there and participate in the Rockin Relay for Life this year here in Suffolk. And again, at Bennetts Creek Park, we mentioned location again. What would you say to them if they're out there thinking about this to get them to kind of show up and participate? Jenny Lee?
If you're thinking about it, come out and check it out. Really, just come out and check it out. We sell luminarias at the event,
Right.
so if you come, you can still make or you can make a donation.
Okay.
We're raising money for the best cause that I know of.
Right.
Regardless of the fact of whether you choose to give or not, we still want you to come.
Correct.
Cancer touches everyone.
Right.
You will not go anywhere where you don't find someone that it hasn't touched. So come out. It's a lot of fun. And we want you to be touched. And we want you to remember why we are all fighting so hard for a cure.
Angela?
Well, just like I said, I started Relay for Life in high school and have never stopped. Relay for Life is an event different from any other. It's not just your typical walk where you walk and then you're done.
Right.
It's supposed to signify a cancer patient's battle. It does that. It touches you in a way that you can't really even imagine without coming out. It's an experience. It's not just an event.
Right.
And I think once you come out to Relay for Life, you'll want to keep coming, and it's just an amazing event that you won't want to miss.
Okay. You two couldn't have said it better if I had tried to myself. So we're going to end it on that note right there. Thank you both again for joining us. And again, I want to encourage everybody to participate in this year's Suffolk Rockin Relay for Life, May 18th and 19th at Bennetts Creek Park. We're going to have more on the scene when we return. Welcome back to On the Scene. We're coming to you from Sleepy Hole Golf Course, which will be home to the second annual Suffolk Relay for Life Golf Tournament. We're joined now by Police Chief Thomas Bennett and Administrative Analyst Joel Howard with the Police Department. Guys, let's talk about the golf tournament course. It's coming up again, a huge success last year, great turnout, wonderful weather, and I'm sure you got it all ordered up for this year again, right?
Yeah, we're looking forward to hosting our second annual golf tournament here at championship caliber golf course here at Sleepy Hole Golf Course. The course is in great shape again this year. We're looking forward to the actual golfing and the fellowship. But this year we have a little different twist, something special. We're going to have our reception this year inside the historic Embassy House. A lot of people probably haven't had the opportunity to go inside the house and tour it. Mr. Roundtree and his staff have done an excellent job restoring it, so not only will our players be able to play this year on a great golf course, we'll have a nice reception inside the historic Embassy House. They'll be able to see that, and enjoy the views here at the Nansen River.
Well, I tell you, last year, again, a picturesque setting, and again, we can take full advantage of the whole facility this year, as you mentioned, with the Embassy House now up and fully running here. Joel, let's talk about some of the dates and some of the particulars about how someone, if they're interested in playing, can sign up. Certainly looking at teams here, aren't we?
Yeah, absolutely. For a team of four, it's $300, $75 a person. The date is May 25th at 8 a.m. shotgun start. There's different levels of sponsorships that we have. The whole sponsor is $350. For $650, you can get a whole sponsorship and a foursome. So there's different levels that we have, and we're looking forward to it. It's just going to be a pretty day.
Now, how can someone register for this? I believe you have a website, correct?
Yes, we do. It's on the city website, suffolkva.us, golf tournament /golf tournament,
right.
Or they can contact me at 514-7905, 514-7905.
Now, of course, the reason for the golf tournament, other than have a great day of fun and come out here, is, again, you're supporting the City of Suffolk's efforts as far as to raise money for Relay for Life and, of course, for the American Cancer Society and cancer research. Talk about the importance of that and really what this tournament does to help in all those efforts.
It enables city employees in the city to contribute to a very worthy cause. Cancer has touched everyone's lives. There's no doubt about that. So we're doing our small part to help contribute to research or whatever the case may be, just to help. So we have a good time. We raise money for a very good cause, and we're looking forward to it. Last year we sold out. We sold out pretty quickly. We've got a lot of people so far this year. So I'd urge everyone, if you want to play and come out with us and join us, that you register fairly quickly.
Got it. Don't want to miss out on the great opportunity. Now, of course, not only do you get a great day of golf, there's fabulous door prizes. You got also prizes for some of the winning teams, and also I believe you got, as you mentioned, the venue for the lunch, but you also got a steak lunch ordered up. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right. So, I mean, you get really a good deal for your dollars there, and again, they're going to a great cause, and also, again, supporting the City of Suffolk's efforts to raise money for Relay for Life. How did we do last year with this tournament? You mentioned it was a full field, and obviously raised a good amount of money there, didn't we?
Yeah, we were able to raise right around $15,000 or a little bit more last year. We're hoping to do the same or do a little better this year.
Got it. Now, Joel, again, let's talk about how people can sign up. Again, you can go online. I believe you can download the brochure from there, correct? You also mentioned they can contact you to get everything signed up. And,
yeah, they can call me directly. I can get an email. The email address is jhoward at suffolkva.us. They can send it to me directly or call my number, and I'll register them. And there's information on the website as far as mailing in the check and all that stuff. And you can pay here if need be.
Okay. All right. And Joel, just as we kind of wrap in the interview up here, talk about the tournament again, the efforts here. What would you say to encourage someone who's thinking about coming out to play, that again for a good cause, but also at a great golf tournament here?
Well,
a great golf course, I should say.
Being out here last year, I mean, it was just so much fun. There was a lot of different things to do too. I mean, obviously the golf was just gorgeous, but we give prizes for the first place, 5th place, 10th place, and 15th place. So it's not like the first through third get it, and then we have raffles and door prizes. Virtually everybody gets a door prize when they come here, and there's gift bags in the cart. So there's a lot of things that they get just for showing up.
Got it. And again, not only mentioned about the prize tiers as far as for the different teams, but there's also, I guess, closest to the pin and some of the traditional special contests throughout the golf tournament itself. So a lot of opportunities to win a prize, right?
Yes, longest drive and closest to the pin. We'll have those. And plus, we're looking at a few little games we can have out there on the course at the time.
Got it. And Chief Bennett, again, again, tell people, why do you think they should be involved with this special golf tournament?
It's a great time to come out and play golf, great time to see friends, and it's a very worthy cause that we're raising money for. So we hope everyone will come out and join us that came last year, maybe a few new folks, but we're looking forward to seeing everyone.
Okay, and again, the date is Friday, May 25th, right here at Sleepy Hole Golf Course. So again, it's a great location. Coming up pretty soon, but you want to get your registration in as soon as possible. Again, Joel will be the person to contact with that. You can go to the city's website. Right on the home page, there's a nice little button on the right-hand side that says Suffolk Golf Tournament. You can't miss it. Click on that. You get all the information that we've talked about here today, as well as a few other details, so be sure to check it out. Thanks for watching this edition of On the Scene. We'll see you next time.